All right, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Wargame Red Dragon replay cast. Today it is another 4chan 3 vs 3 tournament game. It is now round 2 in the tournament, and now it is best of 3 games. So this is game 1 between our two teams. On the right side, we have Team Stream Snipers. It consists of Dirty D, Razman, and WTF Random. And I was actually in a game with Razman, I think 2 days ago. It was me and my friend, Special Agent Cooper, and me versus Razman, and I can't remember the other guy, and we got destroyed. Now, on the left side, we have Team Filthy Casuals. Consists of Fuzzball, Lord Walker, and Mbets. And it is Highway to Seoul. It is the big Highway to Seoul map, though. It is not the 2 vs 2 version. It is the very, very large version, which is a totally different story. And we'll speed this up to the 10x mark till all the units come out. And now, normally the 2 vs 2 map pretty much stops here, because all the territories are just here. But now we have a totally new element in the game. The whole left side of the map, of course. And normally the map consists of trying to get the 2 territories that would normally be in the center here, and there's only 1 and 1 here. So it's a little bit differently oriented, but now Hotel is going to be hard to get, and Echo. So it's going to be easy to capture Bravo and Alpha, Juliet and India for these 2 sides. But getting Delta, Echo, and Hotel is going to be sort of the game-changing method here in this, because these two, all these close territories to your base are so easy to keep that it really doesn't matter so much. And if you lose those anyway, you're pretty much losing the game anyway. And not always the case, but sometimes. We have a Humvee Mark 19, and I really love these. I actually have these in my deck, these Humvee Mark 19s. They only cost 15, and they move very, very quickly. They move 150 kilometers an hour on roads, so they move ahead of your troops, and they're great. They have 40mm frags. The only problem is that they're big. Of course, they're a vehicle, so they can be spotted easily, unlike troops. And so all 3 sides moving on out. Looks like we have Razman on the left side of the map, also going up the middle. WTF Random going up the middle side, and on the right side of the map, looks like we have Dirty D. And on the other side of the map, Lord Walker taking the right side of the map. In the center of the map, it's Mbets, and Fuzzball is taking the left side of the map with some Roku's Japanese deck there. And clearly an American deck on the right side of the map. Now, everybody is spreading out. So far, no real engagements just yet. Both sides spreading out, trying to get their bearings down. Flag of Faust up front there. And Bradley IFV moving on up. And we have some heavy armor here, some 2A4s and a 2A1 moving up to the front there. A fairly heavy armor there. I suppose medium tanks, not quite super heavy. Jaeger's not going to be making it into the line there. There was first blood of the game. I think that was first blood. Either way, it was pretty much first blood. Assault engineers have been taken out of their respective APCs. are going to make it into the woodline here, and this is not quite enough assault engineers to really make too much of a difference. And M1A2 super heavy up front and firing away, but there's multiple leopards here, so he's got to watch out for that. Although the AT2 can take quite a beating, these 2 leopards here are going to blast away. Took out 3 bars of health there in 1 shot. That 2A1, a pretty excellent shot there, but gets taken out by that Hornet there. And now a fighter here trying to get that, or nope, not a fighter. Stay close missiles just hitting those leopards there and did some damage. And I thought he was sending out a fighter to take that out, but it certainly was not. Rangers in the edge of the woodline here, trying to push in with some VABs. And Hotel not quite captured yet. Neither side has the advantage at all. So far, Stream Snipers are slightly winning with 41 points to only 3 of the Filthy Casuals. And now Delta, seemingly a little bit more presence from our sniper team. And Panzer Skites here are in a lot of trouble. M1IP, US Marines pushing in, LVTP also there as well. And so it looks like a bit more presence from our red team, but we will see how that works out in the future. Now, Echo definitely looks like it is getting plowed over here by our red team. That M1A2 was lost, and that was a pretty big loss. Those 2 assault engineers was not quite enough to stop the progress of these Jaegers in there. And now the Bradley IFV here firing away was just the troop carrier to bring in those riflemen, but certainly will do the job and take out some things with those tow missiles. And Jaegers now the brunt of the 25mm there. And bringing up even more troops here. Jaegers all the way in the town. And just kind of sort of creating a crescent line here, trying to get up the side a little bit. And meanwhile, on the left side again, another big push here, coming at the filthy casuals. AMX 1390s pushing in. And Shiki G there, firing 40mm frags. And that Ryu there, nearly taken down, half health left on it. Bradley IFE finally taken out there, but it did its job for quite a while. Actually lasted surprisingly a decent amount of time there, so why not? Light Rifleman winding up those incredibly inaccurate ATGMs, but that one actually hit. That's actually surprising that it hit the first shot there. And that one was close, so that is not surprising either. But the Light Riflemen, I love Light Riflemen. I always have them in my deck, but they're so inaccurate. It's unbelievable. Sometimes I've had them... Oh, now they're actually really... This is some good RNG this time around. They're actually hitting the first time. Nighthawk flying overhead. Looks like it's going to try and bomb these Light Riflemen. That's what I would figure if it could hit those. And no, it's just doing circles right now. Looks like it's looking for a good target, but I would say these Light Riflemen here are a good target. There was a couple chaparrals, however. Don't really want to get hit by those, and I'm sure he can't really see what is back here. What kind of... Oh, there are 2 Patriots. No, that would not be good. I did not actually see those 2 Patriots there. Its radar is off at the moment, but it can't see that Nighthawk just because the Nighthawk, of course, has really good stealth, and you can't really see it till it's pretty much already fired. M1A1 heavy common now moving up here. And we have SMOS firing away, taking out those STRVs and such. Panzer Skites here going to fire, and not going to be able to fire that AT4 HC, just going to back up for safety there. Doesn't really want to take an AT4 to the face. Patriot here launching, and what does it get? I didn't even see. It was already evac'd, I think, and now you need to bring some... a Hemet up here to replace that. Pretty much, if you want to get Patriots, you have to bring along a Hemet. So just, like... You pretty much need the extra amount of cash to bring a Hemet. Like, if you don't, then you just run out of missiles pretty much instantly. Good old Patriots, though, however. AMX 1390s here, going after the Nanashikis. And that 90 gets destroyed there by that Shiki. And it looks like Hotel here is not doing too good for our blue team. Had to bring out that Hayat. And all the way back to the woods. Panther here flying overhead. They may have spotted that CV there. And he may be trying to fly over there and just really attack on it. But there was a closed arrow there and takes out that Panther, no problem. And now the red team really hasn't been pushing too much here. They are just pretty much preventing a Delta from being taken over right now. So it's just pretty much sort of a stalemate in Delta, which is usually always the case on this map anyway. Bradley CFV here. Non-troop carrier Bradley with 12 Sakeless missiles instead of just 4, I believe. I believe it's 4 in the troop carrier ones. 2A1 back here. It looks like he was trying to fire on that, but it is a little bit hidden now with that all that forward brush in front of it. An attack has been called here by WTF Random. He may have spotted that CV, or he may know that there are Patriots there. There is only 1 missile left. Here comes the Hemet now. And I always get the Hemet right away with my Patriots, because you know that you're going to run out of missiles like instantly. So you just pretty much buy a Patriot, then buy a Hemet, if you can, ideally anyway. Leopard 1A5, 2A4 here, pushing 2A1, pushing forward. And another 1A5 here. So 2 1A5, so some simple Leopards, some lower cost Leopards here. A little bit of a high one there. Nighthawk here launching, and Nighthawk's going to take a missile, Roland firing away, and does get the Nighthawk. Does take out one of those Leopards, that 1A5. Takes out the 1A5, but does not take out the 2A4. Not quite enough HE power to take out that 2A4, and falls into the road there. So that's an unfortunate loss. It's always sort of a grimace on your face when you lose your Nighthawk. You just go, oh, and you kind of sink into your chair a little bit. And then you continue on with your game. Leopard gets struck there by a light rifle. These light riflemen are so accurate this game. This is actually making me jealous. My light riflemen never hit that much, ever. They're always missing. They always have to put them in squads of like 3 or 4, just so that they can hit something. Thunderbolt there, blasting away, and hits a couple things, and should just maybe back out of there. I don't really see too much anti-air. Do have a flak panzer there. Looks like he may do another circle, try and do another go here. But there isn't really too much options here. Leopard 1A1 back there, recon, but I doubt he can even see that anyway, so probably just going to have to evac that out of there. And now Delta taken by the red team. Team Stream Snipers with a +3 advantage, 3-125. Has a fairly imposing presence here, and Delta could get neutralized. There is, speak of the devil, there is getting neutralized as I speak here. CV being brought in. Thunderbolt looks like it launched another couple missiles there, and I'm not sure what it got. If it got, it looks like it got the 2A5 there. And I'm not sure if he lost that Thunderbolt or not. It doesn't look like he did. There was a little explosion there, but I don't think that was the Thunderbolt. So I think he made it out of there, and now neutralized Delta. Only a +2 advantage now for our red team. And looks like Hotel is completely taken over. This is a very good crescent shape defense line there. And I kind of doubt our blue team is going to be able to take this back. A big push will be needed. We have lots of Shiki Gs here pushing in with those 40mm frags. I have a Shiki here with the Seiklos as well, so quite a bit of Shikis being brought up. Shiki C in front there, blasting away at the Sepurs. Moving on in. And I'm never sure if I'm actually saying that word right. It's French always kind of like is always hard for me. I don't know why. Like I always look at it and I just can't do the accent. I can't do that weird French accent. It's a hard one. It's a good one. F-17 Nighthawk there. 117 Nighthawk, but F-17, sure, why not? And should have been spotted there, but wasn't taken out. Wasn't gone after, if you will. Prowler moving on in here, and gonna try and get some seed off, and no seed at the moment. And Howler there launches and hit, I believe that was a Shiki of some order. Peace Ryan flying across the way. And 2000 Mirage there as well. And we'll see what they decide to get, if they can get anything at all. There's a short air there. It is completely out of missiles. And looks like no attacks there. U.S. Marines and a Panzerska here are pretty much the only thing defending the final border here of Echo. Some light riflemen in this town. They're sort of stopping any kind of armor from poking their face out from this line here. Light riflemen over here from stopping armor, but nothing really to stop a big push of troops moving into the edge of Echo there, as the light rifles, not the best fighters in the world. I think they're equally as good as regular riflemen. Except for the fact they don't have AT4, so close range. If you get armor close range to light riflemen, they're pretty much garbage, just because it takes so long to fire up that Super Dragon. But they do have pretty much the same fighting skill. I do believe their accuracy and their stabilizer is the same as regular riflemen, so they do fight fairly well. But you get less, of course, in a group, I believe. You get 15, I think, in riflemen, and only 10 in the light riflemen. So, again, a little bit less fighting power. Prowler now moving on in, and is there any... I don't think it's going to be able to seed much of anything, and let's have to evac that out of there. Mars firing away here. And where is it firing? Looks like it is firing on that. Help has been called there on that CV. And that CV is on its last limb for sure. And it looks like it's going to get hit directly here soon. Sooner or later, the barrage is going to creep. Nope, Leclerc takes it out before. And so the Mars is sort of in vain. But oh well. F1 there fires, but misses everything. Leclerc now going to be pushing past the line. the Cleric. Extremely accurate, extremely high stabilizer, so can fire on the move very, very well. Actually missed that cheeky there with a 70%. And I'll get us back out of there. And Shiki pushing forward once again. Shiki also equally is accurate, 70%. Panzerskite's trying to be brought up, but now with all the line here covered, Sappers in the front. And still a +3 advantage still for our red team. Team Stream Snipers. So winning here pretty quickly. And Mirage 2000 just doing victory circles here. And there's nothing to stop this. There's no fighters out, no interceptors of any kind, no anti-air at all in this region. Well, that would be a really odd place for anti-air, though, since nothing really should be in that area anyway. And now Golf has been taken by our red team. Some Rangers still exist all the way over here. This is actually kind of surprising. And those Pumas finish them off. Humvee being brought up here. Looks like you're going to put some troops in this wood line, perhaps. Nighthawk here dropping. And gonna hit that Maro Shiki. He's backing it out, but oh, double hit. It hit both in the same little area there. And so he did not survive that at all, for sure. And Echo here, completely neutral still. TACOM still holding it, and Lord Walker here doing a good job of holding Echo, but unfortunately just can't push forward at all. There's just way too much red presence here. And we have the Furong's group in the back here, TACOM in the other side, so it is staying neutral, but not really doing too much. Juliet, India, all these territories taken, particularly the left side here is crumbling. And I think it sort of consists of two players here. It's WTF random, some of WTF random's units, mostly just Dirty D, but there is a few random WTF random WTF random units. That's a good one. Think about it. And so now Golf taken by the red team, +5 advantage now. And we have a Command M1 Abrams being brought up here. And I'm not sure what that is for. Perhaps nobody realized that Golf was being taken there. Whose unit is that? WTF Random's unit. So he took Golf, but he's still bringing Command Abrams. Perhaps he's just bringing this Command Abrams to just double ensure that they keep Golf, to bring this Abrams back and keep it in the wood line or something, or just keep it on the ready in case that Humvee is destroyed. Or no, he's bringing it to Mike. I actually didn't see that for a second there. I can't believe I didn't see that. I was just like blind. It's like looking for something and it's like right under you, or it's like in your pocket and you're like, oh yeah, derp. But yeah, it looks like Mike's CV was sniped somehow, and I'm not sure. I didn't see it, but it was missing there either way. So that Command Abrams was brought in, and it's funny that a Command Abrams was brought in to cover Mike, which seems like a bit of an unnecessary CV to actually bring in all the way back there. But I suppose if you're gonna do it, you got to do it right and bring in the good one. Here comes a victory barrage here by the looks of it. This is a Manor Ettentards, and so many here coming, and a Phantom behind them. But they're gonna fly right over these Patriots here. These Patriots are gonna do work for a while, and there's a Chaparral there as well. And these Ettentards are just going, and they're dropping all over here, trying to get this CV. And will they get it? No, they do not get it after all that. And they are rout right now, and that is actually sort of a rare thing. You actually don't see rout all that often. Thunderbolt chasing down this F-45 Phantom. Get him, Thunderbolt, get him. Oh, almost, Thunderbolt. Good try. But Thunderbolt almost got that. Thunderbolt's really high up in the air. Wow, that's, you don't usually see that too often unless they're evacing. And that was a great dogfight there. I really enjoyed that. Prowler now moving forward here. Going to go after the Patriots. Patriots did not turn off their radar and just now turned it off. So he lost one. F-17, F-117 Nighthawk here dropping on that Chaparral. Peace out, Chaparral. That is gone. And now the Mars firing here. It looks like it's firing on that Patriot. Is it firing on the Patriot? No, it's firing in front of this town here. And so Team Filthy Casuals have lost the first match So stay tuned for the next match between these two teams. So I'll post this one first, and then I will post the next match shortly thereafter. I'm not sure if it's going to be right after or a day after, but I will put this next game up very soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed the replay, and I'll see you guys next time.